Every day we rely on our eyes for thousands of small moments we rarely stop to appreciate. Reading a message from someone we care about, recognizing a familiar face across the street, watching the light change at the end of the afternoon. Vision quietly shapes how we experience the world. And yet, many people only begin to think seriously about their eye health when something feels different, when letters begin to blur, when night driving becomes uncomfortable, or when the eyes feel tired, even after a full night of sleep. That realization was what first pulled me into a question I couldn't ignore. Could the body actually support and protect vision during the hours when we are asleep? I remember the moment this idea first caught my attention. I was reading about how different parts of the body recover during rest. Muscles repair, cells regenerate, and metabolic processes slow down in ways that allow the body to restore balance. But what about the eyes? They work constantly during the day, processing enormous amounts of information every second. Could it be that they also rely on the quiet hours of sleep to repair themselves? That question led me deeper into research about ocular health, and along the way I started paying close attention to the explanations of Dr. Ethan Walker. His work focuses on the relationship between nutrition, cellular protection, and the long-term health of the retina. What fascinated me most about his approach was the way he described the eye not simply as an organ, but as one of the most metabolically active tissues in the body. The retina in particular is constantly processing light and converting it into electrical signals that the brain interprets as images. That activity requires enormous energy, and it also means the cells in the eye need strong protection. As I listened to Dr. Ethan Walker explain these processes, I started noticing how many people quietly struggle with subtle changes in their vision. Some wake up with blurry sight that clears slowly during the morning. Others find that reading small text becomes more difficult over time. Many people feel a persistent heaviness in their eyes at the end of the day, especially after working with digital screens. There is also a common fear that appears when night vision becomes weaker, or when bright lights create halos that were never there before. For a long time, many of these experiences were simply accepted as part of getting older. People often assume there is little they can do besides waiting for the next eye exam. But what I discovered during this investigation is that our eyes are constantly responding to the environment we create for them. Our habits, our nutrition, and even the way our bodies recover while we sleep. At one point during this journey, I realized something important. Many viewers who explore topics like this are not only curious, they are searching for practical understanding. For those who want to learn more about how to improve vision, reduce blurred sight, and discover habits that can help protect eye health over time, we left a complete guide in the first link in the description. It expands naturally on everything we're discussing here. I mention it because once people understand the science, the next step is often learning how to apply it in daily life. Returning to the investigation itself, I began to understand why sleep plays such an interesting role in visual health. During the night, the body activates many processes related to repair and cellular maintenance. The eyes are not isolated from these systems. In fact, the retina benefits greatly from periods of reduced light exposure and metabolic restoration. While we sleep, the body redistributes nutrients, repairs oxidative damage, and supports the stability of delicate cellular structures. This is where nutrition enters the conversation in a powerful way. Dr. Ethan Walker often explains that certain micronutrients are especially important for the retina because they act as antioxidants and structural supporters of visual function. Without them, the cells of the eye may become more vulnerable to stress caused by light exposure, environmental factors, and natural aging. One of the most essential nutrients involved in vision is vitamin A, also known as retinol. Vitamin A plays a fundamental role in the visual cycle, allowing the eye to adapt to changes in light. It helps the retina convert light into signals that the brain can interpret. Without adequate vitamin A, night vision becomes weaker, and visual clarity can suffer. But vitamin A is only one part of a broader system of protection. Researchers studying ocular health often emphasize the importance of carotenoids such as lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds naturally accumulate in the retina, particularly in the macula, where they act as protective pigments. They help filter high-energy blue light and reduce oxidative stress that can damage retinal cells over time. Another pair of nutrients that appear repeatedly in research are vitamin C and E. Both function as antioxidants, helping neutralize free radicals that may otherwise harm delicate cellular structures within the eye. Zinc also plays a critical role, assisting the body in transporting vitamin A to the retina and supporting metabolic processes necessary for visual function. As I continued exploring the science, I also encountered growing interest in omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are associated with maintaining the moisture balance of the eye and supporting the surface of the tear film, which protects against dryness and irritation. When all of these elements are considered together, the idea of a supervitamin begins to make more sense. It isn't a single miracle compound, but rather a group of nutrients that work together to support the eye's natural systems. What makes sleep particularly interesting is that the body uses that time to perform many of the restorative processes that depend on those nutrients. When the body has what it needs, the retina can better maintain its delicate structures and defend itself against long-term stress. Dr. Ethan Walker often emphasizes that understanding this relationship changes how we think about vision care. Instead of reacting only when problems appear, people can begin supporting their eyes earlier through daily habits. Balanced nutrition, adequate rest, and awareness of how the retina functions can all contribute to preserving visual clarity over time. And for those who want a clearer roadmap for applying these ideas, we also placed a resource in the first link of the description that explains how to maintain healthy vision, avoid cataracts, and understand which vitamins support eye health in a simple and practical way. Many viewers appreciate having a place where the information is organized in a way that's easy to follow. As this investigation came full circle, the original question felt less mysterious. The reason some people talk about a natural supervitamin helping vision during sleep is because certain nutrients, vitamin A, lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin C and E, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids, support the biological processes that protect and maintain the retina. When the body enters its nightly repair cycle, those nutrients become part of the system that helps keep visual cells functioning properly. Understanding that connection changed how I view something as simple as closing my eyes at night. Sleep is not only rest, it is a period when the body quietly restores balance. And when the eyes have the nutrients they need, that restoration may play an important role in protecting the clarity of vision over the long term. What stayed with me most throughout this journey is the realization that protecting our eyesight doesn't come from a single dramatic intervention. It comes from knowledge, small choices, and consistency over time. The more we understand how the eye works, the more we realize that vision is something we can actively support rather than passively lose. If this exploration helped you see eye health from a new perspective, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and continue this journey with us. In future videos, we'll keep uncovering the science behind vision, nutrition, and the everyday habits that can help protect one of the most precious abilities we have, the ability to see the world clearly